had some people ask for a more in-depth video about how I render after my 1-2 skip a few tutorial. So here is a video about it. I meant to do a full YouTube video, but my screen recording stopped. So here's a little speed paint voiceover. You can see I'm just color blocking the skin tone, and then like I said in that other tutorial, I spray paint yellow, red, and then blue down the face. This adds a lot of depth, honestly. Then I sketch out the facial features, and this isn't really rendering yet, but we'll get there. Now I do basic features that are really going to stand out and make Vi look like Vi. So I do the darkness around the eye, and I'm also paying attention to getting her nose shape right and her lip shape, because those are unique features as well. Here I'm adding a light source and then the shadow to complement that. And it took me a while to like put shadow on the second side, or not the second side, but the left side of the face. I don't know why that took me so long, but you can see it's like not, I don't know why I didn't have it in the shadow here. Now I'm going back with a darker shade and defining that shadow even more, adding some depth, and then, oh, I finally shaded the fucking face. Good job, me. And then I'm adding some highlights like the nose on the top of the lip. If you're not super confident in your lighting, even if you are, honestly, I'd recommend using a reference for your light source also. That's part of the reason my shadows were kind of weird in this, is because I didn't do that. Now you can see I've added that arcane highlight under the eyes, and I've also defined around the eyes a little bit more. I also keep going back and adding more depth to the shadows like throughout this entire video, just different values. For the eyes, I do a bluish or purplish color for the white, and then spray paint red in the corners, and then go over that with gray shading. You can also see I just added a second light source on the left. There's sort of a bluish color in the shadows. I don't really know if that's realistic, but I think it looks good when I do it. So that's what I did. Now I'm adding like reds to different parts of the body, and then more shading. And I want to say, with the light on at least lighter skin tones, I almost always do a yellow toned highlight for the light source, and then cool toned shadows. However, I usually, especially if it's sunlight, I'll line with usually spray paint and then blend it out. A warmer color, like an orangish color or a pinkish color on the border of the shadows. I haven't done that yet in this one, but I hope that I will. I wasn't on top of my game though, so I may not have. At this point, I was getting kind of bored, so I moved on to the hair, and I did spray paint, shadow and light, and then went in with my brush and actually like brushed in the highlights and the shadows of each hair strand. And like I said, I never really finished it.